I should work harder. I should do better. I should stop eating cake. You shouldn't say that. Shouldest. Oh, since I feel rubbish, my brain's gonna shut down. One thing about shoulding as well, it can get in the way of your goals, guys. Like, if you have goals, if you have massive goals, small goals, whatever goals, should and shoulding and shouldn'ting, whatever you want to call it, can get in the way of your goals. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to just have one little word be the reason why you're not achieving your goals. Well, I'll tell you why you can't complete those little tasks you keep saying you should be doing. Watch your confidence go through the roof. My suggestion is just don't do it. Just don't should it. Don't should it. Don't shouldn't it. Just delete the word should. It shouldn't even be in your dictionary, in your vocabulary. Because honestly, it's just messing up your mind and changing the things that you will do. It's making you question some of the things that you're doing. It's making you more lazy. It's making you procrastinate. The list is endless. Why are we really shoulding ourselves? What does this should word even mean? Okay, so the Oxford Dictionary or the Google Dictionary says, should is used to indicate obligation, duty, or correctness, typically when criticizing someone's actions. I'll read that again. Should is used to indicate obligation, duty, or correctness, typically when criticizing someone's actions. Criticizing someone's actions. When you should yourself or should someone else, you're effectively criticizing someone. In a nutshell, that's what it is. That's what our brain is taking in. And if the brain is taking in criticism, how do we respond? Naturally, how does the brain respond to criticism? Well, this thing called the brain does its own thing. So I didn't study psychology, but I've done a bit of reading about how we react to some of these negative words or some of these criticizing words and how we just react to negativity. Now, the first instinct is rebel. You obviously want to rebel. It's like, oh, you should drink water. Well, you know what? I'm going to drink wine. Oh, you should jump off a bridge. Okay, maybe not jump off a bridge. Okay. Let's try that again. You should drive, not walk. Well, maybe I'm going to walk. You should walk every day for an hour. Maybe I'm just going to sit in front of the couch and eat crisps. You know, it's natural to want to rebel. Most people want to break the rules. Very few people actually believe that they should do something and don't agree with it and then feel good doing it. If you don't agree with something and you believe you should do it and that's the only reason you're doing it and it doesn't resonate with you, you're likely to feel like crap afterwards. Also, another thing, if you genuinely believe that you should do something and then you don't do it, a lot of negative emotions come up to the surface. A lot of negative feelings like anger, guilt, shame, anxiety, frustration, and even hopelessness literally can come up from just shoulding yourself all the time. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole ladder of this then leads to this, then leads to this, then leads to this. But the moral of the story is, or the moral of my video is basically, or audio if you're listening to this, is basically shoulding leads to negative emotions, which leads to a negative spiral, which just leads to some very dark emotions and being in some very dark places. Just by one little word, it can be a spiral into something so deep you won't even know how to get out of it. So this is why today I'm saying, let's not should, let's not shouldn't, let's shouldn't, whatever, let's just get it out of our daily words. There are some times when we should do things, but I just want you to be aware of this word and make sure you're using it when it actually resonates. One thing about shoulding as well, it can get in the way of your goals, guys. Like if you have goals, if you have massive goals, small goals, whatever goals, should and shoulding and shouldn'ting, whatever you want to call it, can get in the way of your goals. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to just have one little word be the reason why you're not achieving your goals. Now, I'm not saying it's only should. I'm not saying this is the only reason why you can not achieve your goals, but it definitely contributes. Okay, let's say, for example, your goals are too ambitious or unheard of. You're then going to tell yourself, oh, I shouldn't really be making 20 cold calls. I shouldn't really be working until 2 o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't really be da-da-da-da. I should really be doing a job first. I should really be prioritizing this. And then before you know it, you're not chasing those goals because they seem too ambitious. Another way that should can get in the way of you achieving your goals is that you've now brought these negative emotions of guilt, of fear, of shame, of procrastination, of anxiety to the surface. And with those emotions, there's no way you're going to be able to focus on a task and give it your all. And then you start saying to yourself, why can't I complete the little things that I should be doing? Well, I'll tell you why you can't complete those little tasks you keep saying you should be doing. Because you should yourself, it leads to negative emotions. You have those negative emotions, your brain shuts down because of those negative emotions. With a shut down brain, you have a lack of focus. You choose to procrastinate. And then you ask yourself, why can't I ever complete the things I should be doing? Oh, here we go again. Back to the top of the cycle. Oh, I should really be completing these, but I never complete them. Oh, this is so crap. Oh, I feel like crap. Oh, I'm not going to do this anymore because I feel rubbish. Oh, since I feel rubbish, my brain's going to shut down. Oh, my brain's going to shut down. I'm not going to work. Are you seeing this spiral that one little word can lead you into? Now, I'm not saying this is the only reason, but this is one small step that you could take today to change your language and see yourself already getting one step closer to an easier life with less procrastination. I dare you to cut out the word should for a week and see how far down your to-do list you get compared to last week. Okay, so whenever I bring up the word should to myself, I normally change it straight away and say, you choose to. But this is how you can check out and see if the word should really is the word you should be using, or you could be using something different in that sentence. Also, by the way, guys, if you're really loving this content, make sure you click subscribe down there and hit the notification bell. And if you're not loving it, tell me why, tell me what you want to hear, and I will give it to you because I am here for you. Okay, one, notice when you're using the word should. So if someone says should to you, notice why they're saying you should. Or if you should yourself, notice why you are shoulding yourself. Ask yourself the question, why? Why should I? Why should I do that? Why should I go for a walk? Why can't I go running instead? Why should? Why is it that specifically? Once you've answered the question why you should be doing something, ask yourself, what are the consequences of not doing it? Is it life or death? That will really, really give you the answer as to whether or not it should be a should. That's what gives me the answer. Dude, if it's not life or death, it's not a should. It's a choose to. It's a could. It's a would. It's a want to. It's everything but should. And also next to that, notice how it makes you feel. When you say should, and you genuinely believe that it's something that you should, what kind of pressure are you getting? How are you feeling? Like, what are those emotions that you're feeling? Notice how you feel when you use that word should. Notice those emotions. Are they good for you? What can you do with those emotions? Is it an added pressure that you need, or can it be avoided? Can you cope under that pressure of knowing that you should do something? And I mean like genuinely cope, not just large scale cope, even small scale. And then also, if you do it, does it fit in with your beliefs? Does it fit in with your values? Does it fit in with your core, considering this is a should? Keep noticing how it makes you feel, and does it get you motivated? Do better words like would, could, choose to, would they make you feel better? Notice the difference and see if it's worth changing the words. Overall, what I'm trying to say is, when you should yourself, is it really for you? Are you aligned with what should is telling you to do, with the bigger picture? Always have the bigger picture in mind. I want you to really notice and ask yourself the question sometimes, if you should yourself, or if someone shoulds you and you're feeling guilt or shame from it, ask yourself why. Why are you feeling guilty? Are you feeling guilty because it is something you should do? Or are you feeling guilty because it has nothing to do with you and who you are and your beliefs and making people happy? Is it a genuine should, or is it a manipulative should? Because sometimes there are things that we should be doing in life, and it's important to be aware of those, but it's also important to be aware of how we feel and what word we can use instead. So I want you to go out there, and if you should yourself, notice, is it aligned with your core? Is it aligned with who you are and how you're feeling? Is it aligned with your core? Is it aligned with who you are? Is it aligned with your beliefs? Then by all means, should away. Is it aligned with having a better world, a peaceful world, a fair world? Should away. And if it's not aligned in any way, and it doesn't contribute to any larger goal that makes a difference to this world or to you or to your life, makes your life easier, then get rid of that word should. Just You know, you can't tell someone that they should be reacting a certain way to something. Maybe that's not how they want to react to it. And once you've got a grip of how you believe you should be behaving, reacting, feeling, watch your confidence go through the roof. So, guys, get out there and do a should analysis of every time you use the word should. If you're shoulding yourself, are you getting things done? Are you feeling good about it? Are you not feeling good about it? What word can you use instead? And how can you just unshould yourself and still get stuff done? Let me know how you get on, guys. Mwah.